what it's like for you to be back a part of Auburn baseball.
Well,
I know you've been part of it, but to be like officially a part
yeah,
of it.
it's exciting. Obviously, after my playing days and, keeping track of Auburn athletics in general, but especially Auburn baseball, it's exciting to see the success that they've had since Butch has been here and, the direction that he's taken the program. And, I was excited to have the opportunity to come and, at the beginning, as an intern and he was helping out from a volunteer internship standpoint, and then with the opportunity that presented itself with Coach Smith getting the head coach for me that position, and I was excited to be a part of it. It was something that I wasn't really expecting at this point, but I'm very happy for the chance.
How important is it for you to be part of this program? You've kind of been a part of it really since you played, have remained a part of it, but to now be able to get back in this role, how special is that?
Well, I just enjoy being able to help the boys, try to get them better, both on and off the field. I've always been obviously a big supporter of Auburn baseball and everything that we've had going on here since I've left in '97, and I'm just thrilled to death of the direction that Butch has taken the program, and to have that chance to come and be a part of it. And obviously this is a new thing for me, a new chapter in my life. I can't say I have a lot of experience as a pitching coach, but I think I know my way around the mound a little bit, and it's been fun to work with those boys in the bullpen and try to show them some things that I've learned over the years. And that's the easy part for me. The challenging part was obviously getting to know the boys and in such a quick turnaround. The night before I came on the campus, I was looking at pictures on the internet and names and trying to match them up, and not feeling like I needed to have name tags on them the next day when I got here. So that was a challenge. That's been the challenging part, but it's been a great three and a half weeks or so. Getting to know them, trying to let them get to know me, and try to help them out as much as we can. It's been fun. I know that the work's just about to start with the season just around the corner. So I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm a little more nervous right now than I was when I was playing. When I was playing, I kind of knew what to expect from myself and how to prepare. And this is a new area for me. So, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited for the opportunity.
What's the like I say, you know how to pitch, obviously, and but knowing how and being able to teach and also all the other things that go with being a pitch coach. When do you go get that guy and take him out? And when do you, how challenging are all those things? Somebody who hasn't really done that before.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have Butch obviously to lean on a lot. He obviously has a lot of years with a pitching background, and I know how as a starting pitcher, how I was handled over the years, and I was able to play for a lot of great managers and a lot of great pitching coaches. So there's some familiarity there from that standpoint. But it's obviously dealing with bullpens and just making sure that the guys are ready and the guys understand what roles they're in, and not let anything sneak up on them during the game. I think that's an important thing for most bullpens over the years that I've seen is guys they get upset with you when you drop on them. Hey, you have the second hitter and they hadn't hardly started throwing yet. So just want to make sure that they understand what their roles are. I know things have probably changed throughout the year, but just try to be as transparent as I can with them and let them understand that, and give them enough time to be ready for whatever situation we're going to put them in. And but it's I'm looking forward to it. It's the game hasn't changed. I mean, it's been the same for a lot of years, and obviously you have a few more guys in the bullpen here at Auburn than we did when I was playing. We'd have 12 or 13 guys in the bullpen, so it's a little, you have some numbers there to choose from, and there's a lot of depth here on the staff that I'm excited to try to help and be a part of it.
Will you call pitches?
It's one of those things where we have a veteran catcher. I'm gonna make sure that we all are on the same page, and obviously Chef has a really good understanding of our staff, especially our older guys, and you know, I know when I was here, my junior year, Coach Barry called our pitches my junior year, and then my senior year, you know, he let us older guys, you know, take that and go with it. And you know, I feel like it'll probably be a game by game basis and a pitcher by pitcher basis. You know, but the main thing is just understanding that, you know, what kind of game plan we have, and understanding, you know, how we want to execute whatever game plan we come up with for any particular team. And you know, and then it's up to the pitchers executing the pitches. You know, and that's part of my job to help them have the confidence to execute whatever, you know, whatever game plan we have.
How much influence did Hal Baird have on your pitching career? And then is there anything you can draw from back then when you were a player for him to use now?
Well, he had a tremendous effect on me as a pitcher, and, you know, just as a person, as a baseball player in general. You know, obviously he's, you know, one of the men who helped me understand how to play this game, you know, in a professional manner, and how to carry yourself on and off the field. And you know, it made a huge impact on me as a player and as a person. And you know, I hope that, you know, I can have some similar impact to, you know, the boys on our staff and on our team. You know, I know Coach Baird means a lot to a lot of people at this university, and especially over there at Plainsman Park. And you know, I'm definitely a better person and a better baseball guy for playing under him. And you know, if I can just have a fraction of the influence that he had on not only me but a lot of other players, I'll be thrilled.
What does it say? Butch is, I mean, he's got you and Gabe, two Auburn, very, very well known, prominent Auburn players who played in the big leagues for a long time. He has turned things over more than most baseball coaches do. What does that say about him, that he can kind of check his ego at the door and do that?
Well, he's just a tremendous person. You know, he's a man who, you know, he puts trust in his coaching staff, and obviously, you know, he's taken a leap of faith with me. Obviously, you know, like I said, I don't have a lot of experience as a pitching coach, but you know, I do have a lot of experience on the field and on the mound, and with the ball in your hand on that rubber. So, you know, but he also has a great background in pitching himself. So it's one of those things where he and I, you know, we'll tag team this thing, you know, and make sure things are going in the right direction in the beginning, and you know, until I feel like, you know, I have a pretty good handle on things. And I think things are definitely moving in that direction pretty quickly. I feel like things are coming together. And but for him to be able to just have that confidence in his staff, obviously, you know, Gabe is, you know, he was a great ball player in his own right, and had a successful major league career. And having, you know, the last 3 or 4 weeks spending with him and just seeing how he, you know, how he is as a coach has been awesome to watch, because I know that he was a great player, but I'm willing to say that he's probably a better coach than he was a player, and he was a great player. So that's been you know, very inspiring for me to see him, and hope that, you know, steps to myself being a pitching coach.
How much does it help you experience?
Well, you know, guys like that, when they take the mound for you, those days you're going to feel and look like a much better pitching coach than you probably really are. You know, you know, there's a lot of games where, you know, they bring a lot of experience, they bring a lot of talent, a lot of success already up to this point in their career, and you know, it's been a lot of fun working with them. It's been a lot of fun trying to, you know, see what their strengths are and understanding what they are, and understanding, you know, what some of their weaknesses are that I can help them out with. And you know, I understand, you know, as a pitching coach and as a former pitcher, there's a lot of, you know, there's not just one way to do it. There's not just one pitching. And you know, I had to reinvent myself 2 or 3 different times throughout my career. So I think having that experience of having to change things and tweak things in my own game, you know, can help, you know, some of these younger players, because they're not all the same. You know, they're different, and a lot of their strengths are different from their teammates. And you know, I just hope to be able to improve on those strengths and make sure that those strengths are stays their foundation, and whatever their weaknesses are, I can help improve them to try to just let them be, you know, overall better pitchers.
Was there a common denominator among the pitching coaches you worked with in the big leagues that you thought, hey, I really admire how this guy does that? Things you picked up along the way?
Yeah, you know, there was, you know, I had some great pitching coaches. You know, I started with Rick Peterson in Oakland, and then got traded from Oakland to Atlanta, and had spent 1 year with Leo Mazzoni and a lot of years with Roger McDowell, and they were all different, and they were all really good in their own way. Rick was a very cerebral and very biomechanical type of pitching coach. Helped you understand your mechanics and the things that were correct and things that wasn't not necessarily the right way mechanically. And I didn't necessarily know that before I got there. So I was able to understand the different timing things and in my delivery that helped me consistently be a better pitcher out there on a daily basis. And Roger was a guy who was very he was very detailed in his game plans and understanding hitters' strengths and weaknesses from coming up with a game plan before a series. So I've been able to have guys who taught me different ways to be successful on the mound. They're all very important. But obviously, I think one of the main things is being able to come up with a good game plan. Obviously, teach your guys how to make pitches and understand the mechanics and command the strike zone. But also, you need to know what to throw and when to throw it. And I'm not saying, the years I spent in the big leagues, the hitters aren't the same as they are here in the SEC. It's a little different game plan you're going to come up with here. But at the same time, if you can figure that out and have trust and confidence that your pitchers are going to make the pitches in whatever location you want to make them, and I feel like you're going to have a pretty good chance to be successful.
How much value is there? I know it's got to be a lot, but if I'm a 20-year-old kid out there, and here's Tim Hudson who won 200 and how many major league games as a pitcher? That has to give you some instant credibility, doesn't it?
Well, it's I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it's I would hope that it would help a little bit. But at the same time, a lot of pitchers, they come in here until you get down in and you dig in with me and understand exactly what we're teaching. I don't know that you'd really appreciate it quite as much as if just looking from the outside looking in. But a lot of these kids nowadays, they probably have no idea who I am. Their parents probably do. Their parents may remember me when I pitched, but a lot of these guys, they might see me as just the old guy in Atlanta who broke his ankle and got carted off the field. But other than that, their parents probably, they understand, my career a lot much better than they did.
You talking about your split finger pitch yet?
Some of them already have a really good one. I've showed some of the guys some of the grips, and that split grip is it's one of those pitches where you can either really pick it up and throw it and it'd be good almost instantly, or you're not going to be a split guy. It was a pitch that I picked up pretty fast, and most people who throw a good one, it comes pretty quickly to them. So it's a good pitch because it's not a feel or a pitch, it's a throw it. You throw it to an area and hope it has some downward tilt to it and missing the barrels.
Is that the one Coach Baird taught you?
Yeah, that was the one I had from when I was here, and it was a pitch that was probably as good or as close to as good the first time I threw it as it was when I was in the big league. So it was definitely a pleasant surprise and a gift for me to help my career get off to a good start. All right, guys, thank y'all.